Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to World of Horror. Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to World of Horror. So I've got a little bit of time to kill. I'm in an interesting situation, and by that I mean an interesting predicament. You see, it's one of these things where you can't sleep, and I'm not, like, when I say, has anybody else gone through this, I'm not trying to say, like, oh my god, I'm so unique. It's more just like, who knows if the people who are watching this video when it's relevant, quote-unquote, or in its quote-unquote lifespan, have experienced something similar to this to the point where they are, where they can relate to it. But you have to do something really early in the morning, but you can't sleep. So you just decide, okay, I'm gonna stay up, and once I'm done with my real-life responsibilities, my IRL real-life responsibilities, I'm just gonna take a nap during the day, and then probably have a horrible sleep schedule for the next several days, but you know, it is what it is. So, you know, we've got Charisma, we've got our seconds, we've got Takashi, Knowledge, and Strength, so right side, top left, keep that in mind. You know, I got some time to kill. I figured, you know, it's, we have an opportunity. We got like a 30-minute window to record some World of Horror. We've recorded World of Horror in more scarce times. I remember there was, when I was in the UK, I hired a taxi to take me somewhere, and they said, alright, we'll be there in 40 minutes, and I'm like, 40 minutes? Bet, okay? Like, I can do a World of Horror episode in 40 minutes. So I start recording a World of Horror episode, and I get about like 18 minutes in, 19 minutes in, and then the taxi pulls up. And then I'm like, oh, they're 20 minutes early. That's kind of scary. And so I just quickly win the episode, and then I run outside. And I made it. The taxi didn't leave. It's a true story. And yeah, it was kind of cracked. And so, you know, we've recorded a 30-minute window. Sounds pretty comfy, to be honest with you. So we're just kind of sitting here, we're Bing chilling, and we got Kana immediately, which you always love to see, and then, you know, we immediately roll really low, which is very nice, and Cursed Signs? And Compass on the first roll. You shouldn't have. I really appreciate it. But, you know, we're just kind of hanging out. I don't even have my headphones on right now. World of Horror could be playing, like, Caramella Dansen, and I wouldn't know a thing. It's true. Now, we could try to get deft handling from the, whatchamacallit, the History Club, as soon as possible, but I don't really think that's necessary right now, to be honest. I think we're just kind of chilling. We haven't really fought anything yet. No, we have not. So, and listen, I do have to kind of double check things, because I am running on, it's not even fumes at this point, it's like lingering fumes. Like, the fumes have long since left the station, but the momentum that the train had is still carrying it forward. Unfortunately, you can't shoot a ghost. So we're just gonna have to take some damage. Unfortunately. It is true. There was like a weird, like, sound outside, and I just realized it's literally a bird. Like, I was like, what the heck is that? Is that like one of the hard disks, like, scratching or bouncing around in the HDD cage? No, it's literally just like a bird. And it's like, oh god. That's how cracked we are. But yeah, we're just kind of hanging out. So this is the second enemy, the Forgotten Specimen. Do keep this in mind. It'll be relevant later, perhaps. I mean, we might just forget about it. So this will do 8, and that'll do 6. I don't mind if I do. I do not mind if I do. I do not mind this. Now, I was a fool regardless, because this isn't a blunt weapon. This is a firearm. But it doesn't matter because we missed anyways, so it literally doesn't. We have 4 reason. We're about to have 1. That's okay. That's completely fine. I'm not scared about that at all. Just stay hydrated. Remember to always stay hydrated. Even in stressful situations like stabbing your friend in the eye. It's true. So we've got to deal with knowledge check, was it? So now we're in -6 territory. It's not really a big deal, but it is something to keep in mind. So we do have Wordless Ward. Honestly, I'm going to skip it with TV Terror. I am 100% going to skip it. I will not hesitate to skip it with TV freaking Terror, dude. Like, I refuse to deal with Wordless Ward at the moment. We can observe the smog, that's fine. We may be the perception character, but our perception is like dog water right now. So it is what it is. Honestly, like 15% Doom Mystery 2, give me Deft Handling. Like, don't give me Ammo Stash, like give me something good here. Flesh Regrowth is interesting, but I'm not into that at the moment. Deft Handling, thank you, you shouldn't have. We should go to the school twice. We need to get some, like, more money economy rolling. I would love to... This'll work. It's not ideal, but it will work. That's completely fine. Go ahead and drink the water, get rid of the empty bottle, and then listen, you know I'm going for the experimental treatment, but honestly, I'll take some prescription pills. I think I value the Doom a little bit more right now, just because if we can keep a good Doom economy going, we can heal later at any time. It's not a big deal. I'll take a brick as a treat, but we do have 2 bullets, which is essentially a brick. It's very strange that we now measure everything in the capabilities of a brick. I didn't really think we would ever be at this point in our lives, but here we are. The fact that a single shot is... Well, actually... It's a brick, but it does +2... It's 2 bricks, but it does +2 damage. Each brick does +1 damage when thrown. Is the equivalent of a single shot from a shotgun. Which really, that shows you that, you know, a hunter throwing a brick is as effective, if not more effective, than shooting, because you have to reload a gun. You can just pick up a brick if you need another one. So, I'm a little bit concerned. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and throw here, for sure. And then what we can do is we do this, and we guarantee kill Miku 100% of the time. We take this prescription, we throw it into the garbage can that is the garbage can that is our fancy suitcase. We get owned by a Thutu, which is very unfortunate. You really do hate the Doom. I mean, honestly, like, I'm a little bit worried about it right now. 47% Doom. Hey, look, it's me. Leo pointing meme. That's me right there. You know, you do indeed hate to see it. Obviously, we'll start running. We will welcome some stamina damage in exchange for some Doom. Like, it really did go up there. And I'm just having to remind myself, is the formaldehyde jar our second enemy? I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, because it was the Twisted Ghost and then it was the formaldehyde jar. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Formaldehyde jar and, whatever the heck we're doing right now, honestly. This is botany? Yeah, this is botany. So formaldehyde jar and botany. Keep that in the back of your minds. It'll be on the test later. So for everything that I just said about Doom, I'm gonna be honest with you, Chief. Honestly, Doom 2016 was one of my favorite games of that year, so I think this is a totally adequate and appropriate response to the current situation. I also do love how Moriko just has, like, dialogue that goes on every single fight, where it's just like, don't come any closer. Now, 51% Doom Mystery 2 is a bummer, but do keep in mind that the Doom will slow down once we get out of these mysteries. Now, we're gonna get clipped by 3% Doom here, just as a treat. We are on the World of Horror backstory, as when I was setting up this run, I completely forgot. But that's okay. You know, sometimes you gotta do like a normal run to contrast a zany, crazy run. And I mean, even then, like the backstory, sometimes you just want to go mano-a-mano with a freaking Eldritch God, you know what I'm saying? I think you're picking up what I'm putting down here. I think that's relatively straightforward. Honestly, like I want to take perception here, but I think we gotta heal because our combat so far is really good, and we can obviously just supplement any problems we're having with a brick, which again is really funny. That it's like, oh, your combat sucks, just pick up a brick. It's that easy. Let's do Bulletin. Bulletin kind of scares me a little bit, I admit, but I think we'll be fine. We're just gonna get the investigations out of the way here. And it's too risky. That's completely fine. Now, what I'm worried about from a gameplay perspective is the fact that our stats are like absolute trash, like some of the worst Moriko stats I've ever rolled. And the problem with it is the fact that it's like, you know what? It's a stamina enemy. Let's do it. I'm down with this. I am completely down with this. So we're gonna brace for impact so that we take approximately 1 damage, question mark. We might take an additional damage here because of how the enemy works. I'm not entirely sure. Yes, we took an additional damage. That's completely okay. We took 2 stamina damage in exchange for 10 health. Not the best, admittedly. We'll continue looking, that's fine. Not the best. Okay, but we do need to get EXP where we can. We don't have any spells. We do have the Lump of Flesh, so we'll opt into losing stamina damage when applicable. Always read the letters, I think. That's pretty bad. Perhaps. Like, getting something truly evil this early really does incentivize that if we want to, we should rest at home now. But the problem is that we don't need to do that. We really don't need to do it, to be honest with you. Like, we really don't. We're just gonna have to hope that something truly evil doesn't bully us. We will take the quick route. That's completely fine. Do keep in mind, in the back of your head, we got the Lump of Flesh from our boy, the formaldehyde jar. So it's not a big deal from that perspective alone. One of the things that I am worried about, though, and I said it before, this is fantastic, by the way. Absolute goat. Like, absolutely goated. So this is gonna do... That is gonna do 10. So we can just do this, and we're good. What do you mean it did 9? Hold on. We desperation that, and we had +1 damage. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. For a second there, I was like, hold on a minute. 9 + 1 is 10, but no, it was 8 + 1, which is 9, for sure. Art knowledge is pretty great. Honestly, you're gonna have to give me perception. Like, I think that that's gonna be kind of cracked. And then we're just gonna... We got the forest note, so we can just kind of schmoove our way out of here. I hate that so much, man. I hate that so much. Anyways, we're gone. Arcane Storm. I do not have a strong opinion about this one way or another, other than the fact that it freaking rules, dude. We might be able to do Wordless Ward, but god do I hate Wordless Ward, man. Wordless Ward is, like, real bad. We'll take Reason here, if that's applicable. This is Dexterity for Reason. I was gonna say we can lose it, and then we'll take Stamina from the Jar of Blood, but, like, if we just roll a 1, that's completely fine. And we're just kind of vibing. Do we care about the 15 EXP? Not really. Like, I mean, I'm thinking about it, don't get me wrong. But the problem that we have here, obviously we need to block this. Can't do that. Does 7 damage matter as much? I mean, we'll try it. Missing it would be colossally terrible, though. I don't really want to get hit again, which is the problem. So that doesn't get us there either, unfortunately. However, do a little of this, and then we do a little of this. Now that's what you like to see. Ringing ears does kinda suck, but I would like to get a brick, thank you. And pretty much any enemy in the game can be easily dealt with by just shooting them with a gun and then throwing a brick. I mean, honestly, like, the brick is doing so much heavy lifting. Because, I mean, in a real-life scenario, you know, I have no idea how effective a brick would be in comparison. Do we want to get the EXP here? Honestly, I don't know. We'll take a nap just because. Oh, no, I'm a fool. I'm a piece. Okay. Honestly, our stats are just so bad. Right, like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, our stats are just so bad, I don't want to go into Wordless Ward. Like, Wordless Ward's way too scary, man. I was considering getting the EXP here, but I'd rather just have the... EXP. And by that, I mean I'd rather have the brick, which eventually will hopefully translate to EXP, but currently it doesn't. We will take folklore studies. That might come in handy at one point. Do we try to go for the knowledge dub? Probably not, though. Because, like, there isn't a universe where we get any of our stat checks, I'm pretty sure. Because we could go up to 5, but then how do we get 3 more knowledge? It just doesn't happen. At least not at this late in the game. So we'll take folklore studies because we have a blue option where we're going. But honestly, just give me more perception for cracked combat, and then we'll just hope that we can out-heal the lighthouse. Which we have a good chance at doing because we are Moriko, of course, but like we can't go into Wordless Ward. Wordless Ward's just so I can't even fathom that word. But yeah, I did just give myself a Listen, sometimes when you've been awake for, like, God knows how long, like, I think at this point I've been awake for way too long. That's confirmed. Sometimes you gotta, you gotta be your own backup when a joke doesn't exactly go somewhere. But anyways, what are we doing here? Just get disemboweled by the vending machine? I mean, what's the worst that can happen, man? That's pretty bad. But is currently not lethal, so that's alright. Oh wait, we got exposed ribs, never mind. I don't even know when we got this, but we got exposed ribs at some point. And exposed ribs is very bad. You raise your old shotgun. Don't come any closer. I mean, honestly, it's just kind of like, you know, it is what it is. Like, here's the thing, we're not raising it like a gun, we're raising it like a freaking baseball bat. I don't know if you've seen the meme, but it's like a soldier dude with like one of those helmets. It's like a helmet night vision goggles combined, so the night vision goggles sit above the head and then you grab it and then you pull it down when you need to use the night vision goggles. It's like a guy in that outfit with a like military suit of armor on, and he's holding his gun like a baseball bat, like he's gripping the barrel of the gun, and it's like an assault rifle. He's gripping the barrel of the gun like a baseball bat, and his eyes are glowing, and it just says the violence has escalated. That's a good one, man. That's a real good one. You piece. I don't even know what we freaking sell, dude. Honestly, it's a good chance either way. We should have taken the stamina, but like we can take stamina. We can lose stamina at other points and we're fine. So 76% Doom, are we alright with this? I think we can go one more time. You're a piece, but that's fine. We're not gonna take... We can out-heal this, for sure. And then that is gonna be the run. It was a good run, and I do apologize for I mean, here's the thing. Like, I was gonna say I apologize for, like, maybe the incoherent rambling or stuff that doesn't make sense. But, like, come on, you're watching a web video. Okay, so -3, Forgotten Specimen. We'll figure that out when we get there. I'll remember it. Takashi, and then -6 stamina. Yeah, no, that's completely fine. We are all right. We'll take Outdoorsman for the meme and another point of perception just so that we can beat Takashi to death faster. Bully Takashi any percent. I just really want, like, a lockpicking lawyer parody of Worlds of Horror, where it's like, you just break into the lighthouse immediately, right? Like, because the locks on the lighthouse are so freaking bad. It was Botanist, of course it was. And apparently, like, according to Kiwi, the old key art, right? Like the old, because keys used to be items. They didn't just used to be something in the top right corner. They literally used to be like literal items that you had to like keep on your person, and you'd have to go to the lighthouse, you'd have to put a key in, then you'd have to go back to your apartment to grab the next key because you could only have 4 items in your inventory. Koiji was actually cracked back then because you could have all 5 keys in your inventory at once. And I'm lying to you, Koiji was never cracked. We're still all on that copium collectively together to this day. But, yeah, no, so it's like, you would have to, like, you had the keys as, like, items, and they had art. And according to Kiwi, the keys are bad, and the locks are bad. So you could probably, you know, I don't know if they're master lock bad, but they're still pretty bad. And so you could either, you know, like, stare at them, look at them funny, and they would probably unlock themselves. Or, more realistically speaking, you could probably, like, bash them off with a monkey wrench, a carpenter hammer, I don't know, shoot them off with an old shotgun that your dad owns, something like that. But don't, maybe that's a little bit too crazy, honestly. I don't know. That's not for me to decide. We'll just say that it's like magical eldritch locks or something, and, a well-placed... What are they called? Like, the hammers that he uses? It's like a special kind of hammer. And it's like a clear yellow material that makes up the mallet. I do not remember at this point in time. But it's like, you get a wrench, you secure the lock in place, you get those hammers, you start destroying them. You start humiliating Master Lock live on camera. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. My name's been Webweaver, and yeah, hope you're all staying safe out there, and thanks for putting up with the sleep exhaustion commentary. Stay safe out there, have a good one, peace out.